This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
Alright, good day everybody. Yes, this is the series you've all been waiting for. I've been pretty much hyping it up for the last month. So let's get this on the road. Yeah, so I'm basically going to call this Story Time with JD. This basically explains the script, obviously, of Sonic Dark Infinity. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, well, first of all, you should watch the other videos to get a clear understanding. But if you're new here, I would appreciate if you would subscribe and to find out more information of this little project of mine. Yeah, so right now I'm about to explain the prologue of the game. And I know you're basically seeing, you know, the background art, and you're saying, like, what are the images for? Well, I'll tell you. The images are basically combinations of what you're going to get in the game. So don't just think I'm just going to take level design from a past game and just, you know, put it in and put a fresh coat of paint and then call it a day. No. These are going to be combinations. You could say I'm paying homage to these levels. First of all, you know, don't think that I'm just copying and just ripping off all these stages that you all know and love. No. What I'm doing is getting inspiration and making a few changes to these levels to give them, you know, the respect that they rightfully deserve. Because let's be honest, at Sonic Team, they can't come up with simple level design, let alone 3D level design. Everything's 2D. So let's try something fresh, right? Alright, so now, let's talk about the prologue. You're probably wondering, okay, so how does this game start? Simple. Alright, so obviously Sonic Forces, first of all, their prologue was pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Missed opportunity there, but that's neither here or there. Here we start off, basically, where Eggman is just so furious, like he's had it already. He's tried everything. Nothing works. So he says, you know what? I may need some outside help for this. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so we're going what? The Chaos, the Dark Gaia route again? Well, no. He meets a mysterious sage. The name I will not reveal it yet because we have to go in further for this series. The more it does, the more I'll continue the story time series, so you'll all get a clear understanding of what story we're gonna get. Because trust me, the story is so good, you do not want to miss out. So obviously, Eggman just says, you know what? He wants help from this mysterious sage, and the sage already knew that Eggman was already gonna ask him for his help, and he says he'll do it under one condition. Bring him the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Yes, the Chaos Emeralds are coming back. Yeah, and don't worry. I explain more in depth on them. They're not going to be in special stages, so spoiler alert. They're not going to be in special stages, so you don't have to go down and hunt them, alright? So I'm just telling you that right now. You don't have to go out and hunt them. They're already in the, you know, they're going to be basically plot MacGuffins, similar to Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. So don't think you're going to have to go to a special stage to get them, okay? Now, moving on. And of course, Eggman says, okay, and if you bring me the 7 Emeralds, I will share my secrets with you, and not even this blue hedgehog can even stop us. And I use that term clearly, us, because obviously the mysterious sage has 3 subordinates with him, and they could help Eggman. Like, use them as their, I won't say lackeys, they're more like, you know, hired help, in a way. Now you're probably thinking, oh, okay, so what? This is going to be basically the Deadly Six? No, no. God, no, no. My 3 subordinates, they're going to be main series in the franchise. They are not going to be the Deadly Six. Not even close, so don't think that, please. Like, seriously, does anyone even know the names of all the Deadly Six members? If you do, type them in the comment section, please. If you know all their names and if you even care about them. And I mean all of them, not just the painfully obvious ones. So, and Eggman says, alright, fine. The only question is, how's he going to get those Chaos Emeralds? Well, he could well, I'll explain more on that in the second part. Now, in the prologue, yes, we see a glimpse of what's going to happen. So obviously, Eggman and this mysterious sage have come to an agreement. Like, alright, perfect. That's how we start. Then the next scene, obviously, you know, we're in a carnival. And obviously, this is what you all want to hear. Oh, it's a carnival. Okay, this is great. But who's hosting the carnival? Well, believe it or not, it's actually Dr. Eggman. You'd be surprised at how much I retcon a lot of the story. First of all, Eggman Enterprises is a real thing. So obviously, to celebrate, he throws a big carnival party. You know, everybody's having fun here and there, you know, it's all great. And then obviously, you know, Sonic's getting a little bit suspicious, similar to Sonic Colors, like, alright, so what's Eggman up to this time? Like, who throws a carnival for no reason? And obviously Sonic may think, alright, let's investigate, let's see what's going on, and let's just retcon, let's just destroy his carnival and call it a day. Well, first of all, the difference is there are actually people actually enjoying the carnival. Speaking of the people, we're not going with the Sonic Unleashed route. We're not going to have humans in this setting. We're going to go more like residents similar to forces, because I do not like really using humans in the Sonic universe. That makes no sense. It made no sense in Sonic 06. Unleash a little bit, but Eggman should be the only one. I'm just saying it just doesn't fit well with the art style we're going with. So at least get an understanding of what I'm trying to say. Like if you're taking notes, you know, just picture what I'm trying to say. Alright, moving on. Okay, so it's a nice carnival, obviously. You know, everyone's having a good time. But you know, Sonic says, alright, I'm going to do a little bit of investigative work while everybody else, Sonic and friends, are just having fun because it's a free carnival. Like, alright. And then obviously you're warped immediately into Crazy Carnival. It's a combination of Tropical Resort and Twinkle Park from Sonic Adventure 1. That's what you're seeing the pictures right there. You know, it's a combination of both stages in a way, you know, because you kind of get that feeling as you're listening to the song of the game. And that's what I'm going to be doing for every single combination stages. You're going to be listening to the official soundtrack of what the stage is like to get a clear understanding of what it sounds like. The only thing I don't have is clear visuals because, like I said, the level design maps, I have the ideas for the maps, but I don't have, you know, I'm not a modder or anything, so I can't really make anything, you know, too crazy yet. So right now, just visualize Tropical Resort with Twinkle Park. You get an understanding of what kind of level you're going to get. It's basically an outdoor carnival, having a good time and everything. Fun level design, you know, typical enemies here and there. And you have to realize, and you're probably saying, you know, for a title called Dark Infinity, why are we starting off with a carnival stage? You can't retcon shit. We cannot retcon everything right off the bat and call it a dark game. I'm not going that route. We're going to start off normal as we normally do, then we transition into where the story gets a little bit more darker, and then you get transition to the period where, you know, you're in a life or death situation. And then, of course, you get to the point when you beat the game, you feel accomplished. That's the route we're going to go with. You can't just retcon shit and expect to follow your objectives and just say, here's your game, enjoy. No. I actually want to, you know, you got to build towards it. So you're having, you know, it's Crazy Carnival, have fun. And a lot of you are probably saying, oh, thank God it's not Green Hill Zone. Yes. See? No Green Hill Zone here. See? Right off the bat, that alone is a win. Music is fantastic, but again, you know, it's a Sonic game. You know, the music has to be fucking good. It'd be sacrilege if it wasn't. But I'm just giving better combinations of the music, what we're going with, and we're not using shitty vocal music from Forces. Again, we're going with traditional music, what we went from Unleashed and Colors. That's what sells a game, in my honest opinion. Seriously, man. Sega, stop going with these crappy vocals. It's not working. Seriously. Let Tomoyo Otani do his magic, please. You got him on payroll. Why else is he even there? If you're not going to let him do his magic like he did in the past games. Seriously. Alright, so after Crazy Carnival is all done, you're probably wondering, well, why do you have a picture of the Egg Dragoon Mark III? Well, that's the boss fight, believe it or not. And before you start rambling and saying, oh god, the Egg Dragoon again? Yes, but with a twist. Oh, speaking of boss fights, the boss fights are actually not linear boss fights like they used to be. The boss fights are interesting now. They're going to be almost combat-based in a way. A fun type of combat, you know, it's going to be exciting. I'll go more into details on that in future parts right now. It's because I have all the ideas rattling in my head. But the boss fights, I wanted to be similar to Adventure 1 and 2, but not make them easy, but at the same time make them challenging and have a pinch mode. You know, and obviously the Egg Dragoon is obviously more upgraded, but it has a better twist. So I promise you, it's not going to be one of these Egg Dragoons that's saying, alright, how many times are we going to beat this one? Like, no. It has a purpose. And the design looks pretty badass in my honest opinion, so we're going with the Egg Dragoon just cuz. It's not cheap nostalgia pandering, it's not that I can't come up with new original mechs, it's just like, let's just go for it. I mean, why not? And speaking of Eggman, you'd be surprised how big he factors into the story. and another reason why you should watch this series. It's a lot of fun. So yes, once Eggman fails in a way, because once Sonic defeats him badly again, Eggman just feels defeated and humiliated, and he just walks away in utter shame, obviously, because he failed to get the 7 Chaos Emeralds. And obviously, the 3 subordinates actually were there, watching him the entire time, like they're supervising him, and they knew he was going to fail. So obviously, they're going to take matters into their own hands. And that's where we end right now. So right off the bat, you already have a clear understanding of what we're going with the direction. It's not just it's not a traditional Eggman plot where, you know, he's doing this, he's doing that. No. He just wanted to get the emeralds, obviously, because he wants to give them to this mysterious sage who wants to help him. He failed at it. Sonic humiliated him in front of everybody, and so Eggman just felt defeated. And meanwhile, the other 3 just saying, alright, let's move on to our next phase. So they're basically realizing that Eggman is basically dispensable because in part 2 I explained why they want to take matters into their own hands. And that ends it right now for the prologue. So let me know what you think, honestly. Like, the fact that I already have all these ideas, the fact that I have this much story. Yeah, the story's already complete. All dialogue and everything is all good. It has fun moments too. It's not all too serious. A lot of it's serious. A lot of it can be fun. A lot of it can be really epic, badass moments, you know. And before I end off right here, I want to say something. Yes, our 3 main heroes are playable. However, I will explain more on who is playable and how you unlock characters here and there. That's all I could say right now. So if you're curious, yes, Shadow and Silver are also playable, and they actually factor into the story also. They really do. The dialogue's pretty damn good, especially Shadow's dialogue. So a lot of you diehard Shadow fans, you're really gonna love this. Trust me on this. And like I said, I hope you all stick around for this series. It's gonna get juicy. Alright, that's all I have to say right now. That's the end of part 1 of this series, and I'll see you later.